What were your...
What? There was one round, he had 2 obstructed, I had 2 unobstructed. 2 total after so one didn't score, and then...
The second just gets the same as first, he gets the only thing different is well, you get everything different by.
Yeah, because y'all are going to actually... That's the whole point of this shindig up here.
And I was actually going to...
Yeah, that's national championship bye, and it's a reserve seated Adepticon. But I've already got my ticket, so like if I had won, it wouldn't have been of any help. Like if I had ended up against somebody who didn't have a ticket to Worlds, I would have conceded at the top of the game. Here, you win. Now can we play the game?
Yeah, no, it just eats me, and it was just like it was just the
Who'd you play? Steven?
Yeah. Oh man, always good. And just I farmed as much as I could.
Were you doing your objective or his?
Firelanes.
He went first, didn't he? He likes to go first.
Yeah.
Did you beat 2-3? Boy, that's right.
He should have taken my Firelanes, but he had a bad game.
I'm driving against
I don't know. Like I was flying in. I was in that.
Superior position.
Yes. Yeah. And he chose, and that's why he said, "No, I'm not doing precision strike." And I said,
You're not going to go back to hurt.
So, yeah. Nick, I'm gonna pull for you because
I know.
nothing against you, but you know how it be. So I'm gonna clean up a little bit, and then I assume we're on the mics. You know.
Yeah, I heard your... so you can say all the terrible things that I do?
Yeah.
All right. Matt. You walked away with my...
Did I walk away with a maneuver tool?
My 4-1. Yeah.
My bad.
All right.
Yep, so I did.
I got about some movies.
One of the things I'm grateful for about Armada is there's not a lot of little stuff that you need to keep up with. Upkeep is not buying $100 of paint every time I buy $100 of paint.
I pulled a little too far. You could pull it back your way. Smidgen. Okay.
Well, my last 2 games were my genuinely hard ones. Like, don't get me wrong, turn 2 and my MC75 was getting beat up was stressful game 2, but I spent the entire game against John convinced I was going to get my ass handed. And then this whole game was just waiting for one of us to flinch, and neither of us flinched. We started throwing punches right at the end, and neither of us could deliver the haymaker. He can come down here and play me and complain about it then. Tell him to come here next year.
You are on stream. You are live on stream.
Hey Matt,
Yo,
do you and John want to do commentary on this?
I was planning to. Where'd John go? Plug his phone in. No, you made the correct play, which is wait for me to give you a shot.
Yeah. I'm not going to slug it out with the 75.
But yeah, I would definitely figure. Apparently, I'm
So basically.
And then it's my 75 inning versus your 80. There's no way this ends in your favor. Probably.
Yeah, he said at least finish nice. I'm in the nice range, so. Yeah. You said you were giving me the book. That's the biggest thing.
Well,
Just so it looked like a
hey man, I'm angry anymore from Vassal. Okay. And I'm on the Discord. All right. I'm on the Facebook. I'm not Facebook. I'm on the thing.
But
everyone play. Okay. I work a rotating shift. So like I can play any day, any time, just not any.
It's not always at the same
Exactly,
time. Yeah.
exactly. Like I'm off Monday,
Like
Tuesday.
fireman or something like that?
No, I'm. Me and actually the guy I play with for Michelin, U.S. Tire in Columbia. He makes like 5-ton monster earth mover tires. I work at a tire plant that makes like electric and car tires. We're both maintenance technicians.
I've got a Goodyear factory in my town.
Yeah, we don't like the people.
Well, I don't know how long it's going to be there.
Tires are, man, we are having a harder and harder time making money because Michelin is very expensive. We make a good product, but we spend a lot of money on quality
No, I'm just gonna put my
control,
stuff down.
and we scrap a lot of stuff that's probably good because that's like our name. But most people are not willing to pay what we charge for tires.
Yeah.
We only stay in business because we have a lot of what we call original install. Like we have contracts with BMW. Okay, when you make a tire, when you make a car, we're gonna put them on there. And the end result is like, okay, people that when you do tires, if they're driving a Beamer, they don't care. They say, hey, I want the same tires
Hello.
that came on, it rides real good.
Oh, the mic can hear me. I don't know about anybody else.
There are 3 things that I don't screw with. It's tires, beds, and shoes.
Yeah.
Anything that's between me and the ground
That's fair.
It's important to me.
That's fair. Yeah.
Anything
And we
between me and
spent
the
a lot
ground.
of I spent a lot of nights doing we call it screw. Basically the extruder that runs that rubber. I work in that area, and we will pull that. We'll go through this 2-hour process of pulling that thing out. Because somebody found a little piece of a pencil in there. And I hate that crap. But that's mission. That's what we do. We got to be that way. Or some Chinese rubber factory can pump out a tire that's nowhere close to as good as us, but it's way cheaper. And it'll kill us. We got to. But yes, that's what I do.
Is Goodyear a decent quality tire too?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I
I was just curious.
I can only speak from like what I've seen. I have no idea. But it'll be.
Who do y'all own? Y'all own a couple other tire companies. Don't y'all own Firestone?
Firestone. What? Because Michelin on Firestone, you get out again.
Neither. That's the red fiber.
Who do we own? We own somebody.
BFG and Needle.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
That's like our lower end, like more reasonable price.
Well, off road and then are cheaper.
The ones that we make money on are the big ones, like the 22, 24, 28-inch rims. Because not a lot of people can make those. For some reason, we can charge just stupid money for big
I
monsters.
don't know why somebody would want to put a tire on their vehicle that they can't change the tire.
It doesn't make any sense. I'm not saying.
I'm not trying to insult either of y'all if y'all have giant rims.
No, I don't. But I work with a lot of people who do, and it's silly. I think it's silly.
I like the fact that there is a spare tire in my Jeep Patriot exactly the same as the tires that I
I
have.
hate that little fiddly.
Yeah.
You know, the one that's like this thin.
I've got a little irritated with mine because somebody tried to put 20-inch rims on mine after I got a full-size truck done. So it doesn't look awful like.
Do you keep a spare with the truck?
Yeah, it's a 17. It's the same rim, same bolt pattern nose, but it's just going to be a little off.
And then like 25, 30 feet.
But these are tires I made.
Oh my lord. So that's,
Yeah,
that's
pretty
like that's like what you were
63-inch
saying,
rim.
like the tractors and stuff like that.
They
Open mount, surface mount,
like a lot of them go to Canada where they do.
sand flats, out west, Nevada.
Right.
Yeah.
He's probably already got
Which
his world's
we just throw around us. It's like, why in the world does our plant have environmental policy? When we freaking make
got my slicers.
tires to pretty much wreck the earth.
Let me give you your veteran gunner's bag.
How'd it go?
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
much what it does. I'm
Okay.
sorry, but like, hey, here's our environmental policy. I'm like, make tires
I'm
that
gonna watch
literally
this, guys.
strip everything in a certain area down to wherever they can get.
Are you on Discord at all?
I am.
Okay.
It's Namor.
Namor.
Like the Submariner. Because
Okay.
that's what I do.
Do you ever see like?
Five tournaments. I have submarined every single one.
That
of
was
them.
today. That was today.
I have submarined it into the top
Hey, man.
25%.
Hey, man.
Every single
I
time.
found out where I'm at. How many points did we end up with?
27.
I'm at 24. And I went 10. I got 1 point in the first round. So
You must have done whoop some people.
I got a 9-2.
Yeah, man.
It
9-2
served me
and
well.
10-1.
Yeah.
I think I never used
I was surprised I got 10-1. Another Riders Slayer.
I lost a 5-6 in round 1, and then I lost 4-7 in round 2. Then I had a 10-1 and then an 8-3 just then.
Not bad.
No, I'll take it. take it.
I gotta mess with the Canadian because Radis player had to bid and went first.
Yeah.
Jamie, that was one thing. I was like, yeah, Jamie told me that was one thing. Screwed up.
Going first?
Going first in Radis fleet versus the Radis fleet.
Jamie.
You drop turn one. You
You can
drop
see
turn
the
one.
drop.
And second player can only, even if you drop, they drop. First player drops first, and then I respond.
Yeah.
He literally dropped turn one.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because that's not right. I guess if you're taking first player, yeah. I made you know, gave him a nap token. He went speed two.
Tabled him for no loss?
I was out.
Impressive.
I was at the point. I was out at red range.
No.
Or 400 nothing.
400 nothing.
He goes first.
That's something's off. That doesn't make sense.
Wait, are you the Adam Newton?
No, Adam Newton
I was
is
going to have to run and try to stretch
Cabella's shirt or Cabella's hat.
Okay.
Oh,
So it
okay.
made sense.
That's Adam.
Yes. He goes first. Two shots. That set up.
So he Radis?
He Radis turns.
What were you running?
Round one, drop. He deployed. Radis leads. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But he had two. He's only got one. He's got 1 4 6 white. 7 white. So he turned Radish, dropped in that little area,
Right.
and came straight at me. Went speed 0. Petuous.
It was so
And then I
good.
jumped speed 3 and just mashed up a little.
So good.
It's like, that's not good. That's not good. And then Overload Pulse and Boarding Troopers went off. Sorry, Overload went first and then Boarding Troopers on the second shot.
Don't do that.
On the second shot.
I did the
Bye-bye, your 3 tokens.
last 2 turns
Anybody.
Told him to go second. Why don't we go second?
It's a different game.
Why don't we go second against someone else?
Everything else you want to go first. But
Honestly, if you
I thought we'd get around it by just dropping my res.
No, I
like, turn one,
definitely never counterfired
and then being like,
but
okay, it's just a nice position, like first
my
launch.
whole list is in line up and tee off.
we do counter.
Square up. We got one big. I'm squaring up with it.
For this to get sorted.
Distance as well.
And if
I assume it's between everybody and then anyone wants to work around.
I like my Radis, right? Making a pocket.
well, the problem is he shoved his off in the corner. So I had there was no pocket to that. It was just everything turned hard right.
Where? But then you were still doing
And
speed
honestly, even if when we dropped same time lining up with each other, and you were going second, I was going to hold Tenevi in until afterwards.
So then you
So I can even if trying to line up where we're bumping as close as possible, and I can throw Tenevi. Because you had your team on?
No, take control.
Yeah, take control. So yeah, I would have put both of them. You'd have been sitting looking at both of them in that set front arc.
All right, are you ready to get going?
You're like,
Yeah, you can get going. You start doing
Is the mic on?
Yeah, the mic is on. The mic's hot.
Okay, you
No. This is the cut game.
All right, I want to
They
cheer.
cannot be caught.
That's not a bad.
Oh, okay.
So there's no point us waiting until
I got you.
nearly 9 o'clock.
But there's still one game playing.
Yeah. There's 2 or 3 games playing further down the table.
Okay.
But you're going
You don't need these, man.
All right.
position. Hello,
There
hello,
we-
hello,
there we are.
hello.
There we are. We're back online.
All right, we're back. We don't know when we stopped, so we apologize for that. Oh, thank you. I like my getting my Gazantes back. All right, we're gonna do everything all over again just in case. I'm Matt Ansley, otherwise known as Gilad Palayan, and here with me is
Geek19. Can I get your ship out? What else do I do?
Chicago.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago. I'm friends with Matt. Hey, look at that. It's actually moving.
Yep.
We're coming to you live from the Atlanta Medical Center. And
This is not Atlanta Medical Center.
I will run that joke into the ground, and you cannot stop me. I'm just as terrible at puns while talking as writing on the blog. We're at the top table here on the right with Solar Corona is Nick LaTrenta on the right, also Chicago native. The
Boo, Yankee, boo.
You're just mad that the Chicago Fair Game T-shirt. The Chicago Fair Game T-shirt is phenomenal. It's him on the right.
Actually, not gonna lie, I do wish we had a T-shirt. Jamie, we need to do a T-shirt.
Yeah.
We need to do a T-shirt.
Yes. We're going to be just as professional as any actual podcast or blogger or commentator on anything.
Which is to say, not at all.
Ding! So Nick LaTrenta is running the Thrawn 2-ship build, popularized by Nick Griffiths, who literally just won Indianapolis, and perfected by
Perfected by, among others, Boba Fett and Mandalorian Moose. Nick's exact squad ball, if I haven't bothered to forget everything, is Bosk, or
Nope.
not Bosk,
You've
Zyrtec.
already ruined it. You've already ruined everything.
Shut up.
It's
Morna, Marek, Jendon, Dengar, Zyrtec.
Yeah.
I think 2 basic ties, and I can't tell from here.
2 basic ties and nipple.
Yes.
Oh, and Mahler. Yep, there we go. Thank you, CJ.
Because we're sitting literally right next to their table, we're not actually going to offer real commentary on them because that's kind of sketch, kind of like terrible.
Yeah.
I don't want us giving advice and like, ooh, that was a bad call. So I'm just gonna run my mouth for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and
No, this
thanks
one's
for
for
joining
3.
the ride.
This is 3 if they go to time.
Oh, 3?
Yep.
All right.
And then other side of the table, we got Akbar under Augusta's finest, Michael Johnson. We got a Defiance loaded for bear on a command cruiser. 2 TRCR-90s, one of them Jaina's. A flotilla with Torin, Bright Hope, and I think a comms nut. And then 2 angry frisbees.
Such frisbees.
2 A-wings, and then the 2 A-wings that Rebel A-wing players do not leave home without, Tycho and Shara.
There's other A-wings. I thought those were the starter 2 A-wings.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, the only other unique one's Green Squadron and
I've thought about Green Squadron, but I'm also an idiot, so it's not bad. Like it's
bomber, speed 5, that's nothing to sneeze at.
It's a fast Y-wing with 2 less health. I don't know if that's
counter 1.
worth it. I mean, Recon maybe, but
Yeah.
like 12 points is, I assume, first you do Gold Squadron, and then
I'd start with gold.
I mean, obviously, and then I wonder why you didn't just take a regular Y-wing or an A-wing or something better, build better. Like, it's weird to me how Green Squadron got forgotten. I mean, like, Gold is obviously great. Rogue was solid, not everywhere, but solid.
It showed up a couple times today.
Well,
it was
I
in
mean,
Phillips'
like, you still
Radis
use
list.
it, you know.
Nick, what speed are your ships at? 2. Both of Nick's ships, because he doesn't have his speed dials out, not that we'd be able to read them on that camera, are at 2.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, that's illegible on the camera. Don't worry about it.
They're such dials. It's amazing. Yeah, so, like I said, Matt and I aren't actually planning on
Oh my
talking
God!
about the game.
What if Nick does this, and this?
It's not it. So, we're going to talk about ourselves because this is what you tuned in for. Hard-hitting analysis of people who are not winning things. Matt, what did you run today?
So I was running the list formerly known as Hood and Prince of
By
Wales.
the way, actual players, if we get to be bothersome, literally tell us to shut up, and we will take the mic and move away. Yeah, see, Nick, the problem is I know you, and I know you don't actually mean that. but seriously, like, if you're like, dude, I need you to calm down, like, I will stop talking, so. So you ran what? Sorry, Matt.
Akbar double large. One of them was an MC75 with gunnery team, Lando Calrissian, external racks, XI7s, leading shots, and I'm forgetting something.
Lando?
Oh, no, early warning system, which, as you can clearly hear from John's tone, saved my butt all day long.
It saved him against me, and I am a frown.
Two of my games, the MC75 limped away at its lowest ebb, one hull, including against John here. He was happy camper. He was not.
No. It was,
and
round 3.
And then backing that up was an MC80 Assault, reloaded for Bear.
Doom Pickle.
Akbar.
It was Doom Pickle.
Yeah, except unlike the normal Doom Pickles, which are Defiance, I had home one, much to John's and several other people's chagrin.
Stop killing my flotillas, you jerk.
And then I had a couple of flotillas because, let's be real, people, this is Wave 7. One of them was Leia in Comsnet, the other was Ahsoka in Comsnet. Eric, if you're listening to this, you were only half right. Ahsoka was useful, but there was one turn every game I wished I had Hondo. Maybe that makes me bad, but I wanted my friend to all.
He is a friend to all. Yeah, so, I mean, we're literally just running our mouths here. And I was running my basically usual Leia list. That's right, Leia's a commander.
She's an officer.
She's a commander for one person, the person who's not done talking. And there's certain catfishy members of society who can't believe that I would run it, but it works for me, weirdly. Yeah. 3 hammerheads with each with external racks. Jaina's CR90A, Lando TRCs because duh. New inclusion would be fighter coordination team. And 2 flotillas, one with Torn Far, one with Bomber Command Center, and then 4 Y-Wings, 2 X-Wings, Biggs Dark Lighter, and Janors, and 2 little VCXs. I mean, just for certain yellow and blue missions that are very important. So we can see, clearly trying to figure out how to deploy to cut off the advance of things. What's up? And, yes, we're also joined here by Jamie Naismith, who has been TOing this whole thing, which we all vastly appreciate. You may know him on Discord as Jamie Naismith.
Because I'm highly original.
Yes. I mean, I've been Geek19 since I was literally 19. That's the email address I went with. Let's see, hang on. I'm 32 now, gonna be 33. Wow, I'm old.
Wait till 36 and have 4 children.
Oh man, I'm hoping I don't have 4 children by 36.
Be careful what you wish for.
I think he's gonna want to get that.
Yeah. And so, I mean, again, we're just running through things here. So first round I played against a Radish list. He chose Fire Lanes. I somehow got a 500 margin of victory, which got knocked down to 400. 496, I think.
Fun fact, he did not score 2 Fire Lanes tokens. Only one of those was scored by his opponent. And then he tabled him because he's rude like that.
I am. Round 2 was against CJ on the forums or just Discord. It's Valka.
Both.
Oh, okay.
At Valka is your complete username, right? Like Discord forums everywhere? Yeah.
Who was running...
This weird double ISD thing.
Yes! Double ISD. I was on the stream round 2. You may have seen me with my suit and just as much talking to myself as I'm doing now. Round 3 I played Matt. We faced each other because that's how you do. You come down to Atlanta and you face your friend. And I won the intel sweep, and that's the most important part of that game.
Yes, John won the intel sweep. The only other things that died were all of his ships.
Stupid tabling rules.
I killed your flotillas too.
You killed everything. That is very true.
I killed all of your ships. I never shot at your squadrons, and my VCX stayed on the station for most of the game because it liked living. But I was able to just use the threat range of Akbar on my 75 to force you to let me get shots at the hammerheads, and then you decided that, well, it might as well shoot back. And by the time all was said and done, Leia, round 6, Lando could not save her.
Yeah, it was I was one whole point away from beating up Matt's MC75, which I think would have swung it to a 6-5, presuming I lived the Akbar shot. And then round 4 was against Stephen Harris, and he was running a Sloan Avenger Quasar, which was Titleist, and a Gazanter. And he also chose the Fire Lanes. Fun tournament. Atlanta's a great city. I enjoy.
And you know you're about to go get the Vortex too.
Yes. No, I enjoy the Braves.
Last time we were here.
What did I come down for last time? Was that Store Champ?
Yeah, it was. You came down for the Meeple Madness Store Championship, and then there was a Braves game on Sunday.
I still have that pen. I had my first taste of Waffle House. It was everything I expected it to be and more. Which
something hash browns.
something dark side.
Look, just because the Waffle House index doesn't work in Illinois doesn't mean it's not a real thing down here.
No, it was actually I had it in the Braves Stadium, which our
brand new stadium, I might add, much to my chagrin, because it is between my house and my store, which means while they were building it and rebuilding the interstates around it, getting up here was, on a good day, merely extremely painful.
Yeah. No, it's...
Love you, G-Dot!
Giga's this is the first time I was in Giga, because last time, like Matt said, we were in Meeple Madness.
Hang on, ladies and gentlemen.
Jamie's yelling scores. So.
Our esteemed leader wants to tell us who got what.
Okay, and we're going to try and make this relatively as quick as possible, because we do have top table already playing their cut. So congratulations to Michael and Nick. It's going to be a hardcore game. So one of them will get a bye to one of his teams. Yep. All right. So in 38th place was Rob.
Ooh, Rob.
Rob Bumstead. Where are you, Rob?
Rob, did you leave Rob?
Maybe he left.
He didn't leave. Did you already left? Rob left?
He switched games, man.
All right. So I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
In 37 for someone who dropped, so we're going to go ahead. In 36 is Carver. Is Carver left already? All right. That was his first tournament, so congratulations to him.
Ooh, nice.
35th was someone who dropped.
Screw that guy.
Seconded. In 34th place was Aaron Hanning. Finally killing a ship.
Yes, I killed a ship today.
Nice, bud.
33rd place was Adam Davis. In 32nd place was Chris Whitman. He made it in spite of his car.
Not winning, just a shirt.
In 31st place was Dan Kennard. In 30th place from Florida, Ben Shute. In 29th place was Stephen Harris. More QS. In 28th place was our resident E-Wing expert, Danny Upton. He will finally one day make E-Wings win a tournament. That's what was done today. 27th place was Dennis Daniels, playing his first ever Armada Tournament. In 26th place, Ryan Peterson, our resident JJ expert. In 25th place was Tyler.
Hey.
In 24th place was Gary Mees. Thank you very much, Gary. Time to go back to Moldy ISDs, I think. In 23rd, it's Danny May. 24th was Gary. Okay, 23rd was Danny. 22nd place. It's Philip Bell. 21 points. He will be allowed back. Malt like hell, though. All right, 21st. It's John Patizio.
Hey, it's his first tournament.
First regional.
First regional, okay.
Let's see. In 20th place, it was Michael Cox. In 19th place from Alabama, Wayne Grimes. I know, my eyes are failing. All right. I was Wayne in 19th. In 18th was Hector. Congratulations. In 17th place with his in not a net list was Darren. In 16th place was Austin Miller.
There you are, sir.
In 15th place, representing Sato, proving that he only wins like the
I'd like to thank all of you.
No one cares.
In 14th place was Roy Drum. In 13th place was Ryan Krosky. In 12th place was Will Miller. In 11th place, representing Leia, John.
Thanks, sir.
In 10th place, with double Star Destroyers, repping it better than Matt, was CJ. That was last year. In 9th place, our reigning store champion for the last 2 years, Adam Newton. We didn't even get him hungover. I'm sorry, that $100 we paid for the hangover, we're not refunding it right now. In 8th place was Daniel Carpenter. In 7th place was Michael Perez. In 6th place was Jack Otto, all the way from Chicago. All right. In 5th place was Matt Ansley, representing Texas. In 4th place was Carson Mendez. Carson. Congratulations on winning your way back. And Carson?
So you have to come back here to spend that.
We'll do it right.
So, 3rd place. In 3rd place was Jason Scott. Listen. First and second is going to be Michael Johnson on the We'll let you know later.
Okay.
Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. We really do appreciate it. And we hope to come back to our next regional. Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie. All right. I got what I wanted today, people, and that is, I swear to God, these are Jolly Rancher dice.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to put these in front of the camera because I don't think all of you realize.
More out. There you go. Fancy.
Jolly Rancher dice.
They're delicious.
It's good to meet you.
I've eaten
Thank
two.
you very much. Hope to see you again.
Darn it, my ride made the top two. We gotta stay longer.
Oh, quit whining.
Yes.
Go away, South Carolina.
We got a nab.
Top 16.
Yeah.
And that's a nice card, if I do say so myself.
It's a very nice card. It's much better than that Frosty Glad.
Are you offering to give up yours, or no? You gave it to Biggs.
I traded my Frosty Glad to Biggs for his fancy dice that he didn't want, which I didn't even use today. I used my World's dice because
reasons. Because we very scientifically determined last night on a single roll that World's dice were better. It was only a single roll.
I earned those World dice. I traded Biggs for the Jolly Rancher dice, so I have a set. But the World's dice were earned by me running Snack Bar and my fleet for hunting SSDs.
No, because we were talking about that, because you had XI7s on everything, and you and I were both talking about...
No, I didn't have XI7s. I never had XI7s. I found the one instance where Slave Short works.
I suppose that's true, because you home won just that single accuracy, and then you and I were talking, like, maybe in the future, especially whenever the Super gets here one of these years, maybe you can go dig out some points to turn Slaved into QTC. Good to see you, Darren.
Nice meeting you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the beer.
You guys have fun.
Yes.
No problem.
Yes.
Drive safe.
Yep.
Give your wife our best.
Yep.
We're doing commentary.
Commentary as you'd expect. Yes. Not a play-by-play because we don't want to influence them. So you're getting all of the quality entertainment you get from the blog, which is to say whatever you talk about.
Maybe we haven't had a Muppet joke yet, John. I expect at least 2 Muppet jokes by the time we're done.
Yeah, like I can easily slip those in.
Those
That's
of you who
fine.
weren't paying attention, Price was declared as turn 3.
Oh, Price was turn 3. Yeah, we're not good at this. Like,
well, part of the problem is that y'all don't know where the mic is. The mic's about 10 feet from the table.
Judge.
We really do need you as the straight man. Because there's the color guy. Like, you know, when you're doing like a ball game announcement.
And the play-by-play.
Yeah.
And then the refs, the rules judge.
Yeah. So we need you as, like, Matt and I are just both color commentator here. Like, we're the aging ball player that that probably could have been a third base coach or first base coach, and it's just like, here, go talk in the booth, you know.
So are you Jason Witten, or are you...
Tony Romo? No.
Tony Romo.
No, I am, Bob Brenly. I'm going to go with Bob Brenly.
I'm going to go with, I've never heard of him.
Yeah, baseball.
So yeah, I don't get the reference.
Bob Brenly was I'm sure everyone cares. Bob Brenly was a player. He became a and he ended up as the color commentator for the Cubs with Len Casper. I don't know who it is now. I'm a very bad Cubs fan. I'm doing great at this. So,
well, for the curious folks at home, Michael's CR90 that's closer to the camera, I know it's kind of camouflaged on the snow. I don't know if that's going to affect Nick's dice at all. Maybe his gunners will be blinded by that Corona as well. That's Jaina's Light. It's doing, or excuse me, no, the lead one is not Jaina's Light. The one closer to Defiance is Jaina's Light, the one he's currently fiddling with. Jaina's, the one closer to Defiance, is doing Speed 2. The other one's doing Speed 3. Pretty sure the 80's at 2, but I can't see it from here.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, quick question, gents. Where's the Corona? Shock, surprise, awe. For those who couldn't see Michael's finger because he didn't care about the camera, he was pointing down from the point of view of the camera, so the bottom of your screen.
Very precise.
So what? Yeah, snow side, the blindingly white side, away from the Death Star.
It'd be frowned upon, but I have no actual power here, Gandalf Stormcrow. So I'm gonna reference.
Can I get on and say something? Hi.
I mean, you
How are
already
you?
have.
No, it's muted, right?
No. See how it's
that's
making
live.
bouncy noises? That's us talking.
Oh, hi everybody.
Introduce yourself. No, I was saying me. I'm just, they said, hey, you want to commentate? And I'm doing this with all the aplomb and ability a man who's never podcasted and probably never will podcast has.
And who's been drinking?
I've had a beer. I've been mainly doing
That's
coffee.
still drinking. Take it easy, Dennis.
Yeah, have a safe drive, Dennis.
Yep.
All right. Price on 3. Price is on the ISD. As his Grand Admiral Thrawn. And that's not a guarantee.
It's not a guarantee, but I feel
Sam's
better.
obsessed with putting the price on his Quasar, which, I mean, it just really depends how you prefer to fly it. I've tried both versions.
Casual.
I mean, yes. My issue with it was never... As much as I may complain about 2-ship, and I will complain about 2-ship, it's not a fleet you can just pick up and fly. There's definitely a skill floor involved, not in the least the ability to judge the game state and say, yes, my ISD can survive this, yes, my Quasar can survive this, or maybe not. Let's make like trees in GTFO. For those that don't get the joke, just that's too bad.
Don't explain the joke. There's a skill floor to a list. You say to say to the man who runs Leia.
I mean, there's a skill floor, and then there's like the patio deck that you just decided you needed to build, and then climb up to play your list.
I'm not denying that. So we got don't run Leia unless you know what you're doing, which is not a role model, kids.
I believe Truthiness's exact words were something to the effect of, we need to have an intervention. If you quit playing with a 100-point handicap, you'd actually win things.
I was debating, what was it, Thursday? I played against Eric in a game, and I do Varus and some other stuff, and it was, I've been playing Leia so long I've forgotten how to do Varus, which is the world's saddest the thing a rebel player can say.
As an Imperial player, wah,
I'm
wah.
sure you're very sad for me, yes.
If I was any sadder, I'd not be happy.
Right. You are. But I didn't want to bring Riken. Like, I understand Riken is very good, and as I've said several times on Discord, as a rebel player, you need to ask yourself literally the question of, why am I not running Riken with this list?
Or Radis if there's a large involved.
Even with a large, like, the general answer is Riken is probably going to keep that large a lot better. I mean, Radis gives you the delivery, and I'm sure Truthiness is furiously typing something to yell at me about this.
Which, by the way, neither of us have our phones out, so we won't see it, and neither of us really care.
Oh, I have my phone out. I'm checking Discord, because...
I stand corrected.
We do. I am...
Get somebody to confirm that they can hear us.
There's been commentary. Kirk said it's fun commentary, and Captain Oscar told me I should have brought more range rollers. Literally no one. Yes, we are
Jamie
locked
in
in
theory, wherever he went. I actually can't see him.
I'm gonna make a reference to Airheads, the Brendan Fraser 1990s movie. Brendan Fraser and Steve Buscemi and Adam Sandler, where they're a band that takes over the radio station and no one can stop them. I'm 32, so I'm definitely old enough to make that reference. Airheads is a very good film, if anyone is looking for a Brendan Fraser film. That is...
I just finished...
Jack, stop giving me that look. Everyone's looking for Brendan Fraser films.
I just rewatched The Mummy on Netflix. I'm full up on Brendan Fraser for a little while.
You are never full up on Brendan Fraser.
My kids really enjoyed the first Mummy.
Yeah.
I don't let my kids watch the Mummy. Well, the younger two went off to watch something else because they were bored, but the older two enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I plan to rewatch the others at some point over the next month or two before Netflix kicks them back off again.
So,
well, you don't want to watch the Dragon, whatever, because that's not a proper Mummy movie.
The third one?
The third one.
Yeah, I mean,
the
I don't know, Jet
great.
Li.
The first two are great, but the third one...
the Scorpion King is actually...
Scorpion King, the
soundly
standalone.
entertaining.
Like, if he's
it's
as long as
so terrible it's fun.
Yeah.
Like as long as you understand this is The Rock before he figured out how to act.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you understand that's what you're getting into, that's what you're getting into. And if you enjoy that, all the more power to you. I mean, the man is now making Fast and Furious spin-offs.
So
this is the world we live in.
So this goes back to Armada.
Yeah, we're not there. I'll bring it back to Armada. So I've thought about running Riken Aces, and
he did some damage.
He
punched Michael's poor angry
There's
frisbees.
nothing for me in running Riken Aces. Like, I have nothing against people who do. And I'll complain about Radis, I'll complain about Two-Ship, because I'm naturally whiny. But I accept that about myself. And I'm not going to...
Oh, do we ever ascertain which end of the Solar Corona was on, by the way?
The one at the bottom of the camera.
It's toward Hoth.
Yeah.
We already said that.
Okay.
Like, I have nothing against people who run Riken Aces. I played with Nathan several times. I'd say several times a month. It might be less now, but Nathan's a solid friend. And I don't mind people who do, but like for me, as much as I love all those aces, how do I say this? I prove nothing to myself by running Riken Aces.
So what you're saying is you have a chip on your shoulder.
Me? No. No, I don't know what you're talking about. This beer's delicious.
Don't worry, Matt will be doing all the driving.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
it's
And the police officer's listening on the stream.
Yes. I'm sure there's several. I didn't
promise
bring my
I'm
card.
sober.
Yeah, no, he is. I mean, we're going to Vortex too and getting burgers after this.
Yup.
So I don't mind Recon Aces, and the playstyle. I'm sure I could adapt my squadron playstyle to do so, but it's not.
Something that brings you pleasure.
It doesn't, and weirdly, Leia does. Like, because it's just this jank tank of a list that you look at it and you're like, 3 hammerheads, a CR-90, 2 flotillas, and a bunch of squadrons. Like, what drunk put this together?
All right, and for the record, I'm going to repeat what I've always said about John's Armada playstyle. If any of you have seen the second movie Jackie Chan ever made, Drunken Master.
It's a good movie.
All of Jackie Chan's movies are good, as long as you understand that you're getting into Jackie Chan movies, especially the old ones where it's only subbed. Well, it should only be subbed only be dubbed because the subs are terrible. But John's Armada playstyle is drunken master kung fu. Even he doesn't know where his next punch is coming from. And how in God's name are you supposed to predict that? If this man had a plan, the world would burn.
Well, I mean, as Truth said, like, if we gave you a real list, like, I'm actually scared of what you can do with it.
Counterpoint, Radis?
I mean, I talked to...
Radis is a thing.
I mean, as my buddy Jack, who also came down and got a... What did you get, 6?
Drive safe. Be good.
Jack got, I think, 6th.
Yeah, Jack got 6th.
You got 5th, right?
I got 5th. Jack got 6th.
Yeah, Jack's list is solid, too. We got a good core group of guys up in Chicago. So if you're ever in Fair Game out in Downers Grove, west of the city, hit us up. Thursday nights, we're there. Because clearly the Atlanta stream is where I should be advertising for my own game store. That's how we do it here.
That's because Giga-Bites is a real Facebook presence, and everybody already knows we're here Tuesday nights and every other weekend, give or take.
Yes, I will say
Thank
this.
you, now that football season's over.
Yeah, now that football season's over, it's a lot easier to get on and say, anybody doing anything this Sunday?
Yeah, this is Giga's a very nice store. They have it's a lot of cool stuff. Like, I was aware these games were out, like the Fallout minis game and the Harry Potter game. They turned ships. We're doing great at this, guys.
Dengar ran up. I don't think he actually reached range of the relevant
care.
angry frisbee.
That's fine.
But now,
What?
But now we've got fighter engagement is starting. Thank you, Squall, for nothing.
For being here. Thank you for being a squall. Paul says hi, by the way. Again, I'm reading off the Discord. Like, yes. The lists around.
Здравствуйте, мой друг. Как дела?
Sure. The list around. Nick's running an ISD 2 with Thrawn and Price and
Leading shots, gunnery teams, and Avenger, and I think that's it.
I don't know if he has XI7s. It's been so long. The Quasar is your standard cheapo Brunson boosted Squall. And let's see. I see a TIE Fighter. I wouldn't be surprised if that's smaller. Dengar, Jendin, Morna Merrick. 2 basic ties, I believe, is what was there. 1, 2.
Yeah, two basics. Two basics.
Oh, was there an interceptor?
No, that's steel.
Fun? I'm not sure.
Huh? Yeah, can you get me one on payback?
Okay.
Just because I'm sitting here running my mouth. And then, what's Adam running? Michael, I'm sorry.
So Michael, we'll go over one more time. 2 TRCR90s, one of them staying as light, because why would you not take some of the best 2 points in the game? And then we got a flotilla pulling up the rear of his formation here. It's got.
Huh?
Grab your ID.
Yes, sir. How much?
And
I don't know yet.
That's a bomber command center.
Yes, that is a bomber command center. That's an Imperial bomber command center. What are you doing with that, you dirty
Give it out
rebel?
to me after I killed something. I don't remember what.
The flotilla pulling up the rear is Bright Hope, Torrent, and Comsnet, and then Defiance is on a command cruiser with Snack Bar, obviously. Leading shots, XI7s, ECMs, Strat Ad, and Engine Techs, because why would you leave home on an Akbar MC-80 without Engine Techs?
Because... Oh, no, Akbar. I was going to mention Nathan Coda and his ability to, with
Okay,
the
we're
FCT.
not talking about Yoda Coda here.
Yoda Coda doesn't... He's too small to play yet. I saw Yoda
Or is
Coda.
that Yoda Coda? I thought we were calling Nate Yoda Coda.
No. Nate's still Nate Coda, but Yoda's the young Coda. You've seen it. He's very small.
For those who are unaware, Nathan has a young son.
Yes,
Who's what, a week and a half old now?
I think he's like 2. I don't want to talk about him. Like nothing against it, but just like
his kid, not ours.
Yeah. Nathan's a solid bro. I don't want to be like, hey, we mentioned your kid on the stream because that's weird and creepy.
Good day.
Yes.
Here's your beer again.
Yes.
Drunk.
Oh, there's
575.
I got that.
Okay, you want it? Show you.
I got it. Yeah.
Always good.
We managed to not spill alcohol, everybody.
Safe trip. Thanks for coming.
Thanks. Good seeing you, man.
Appreciate everything.
I just posted them.
Yeah, we're talking about it on the stream.
Yeah, we've been chit chatting. Yeah, scroll up. Nope.
I reposted just at the bottom. Which they should have.
Give it a second.
No, sorry.
All right, hang on. I can do this in singles, but
it's
I'm
not
lazy.
posting stuff. I'm posting.
I'm definitely not drinking as we do this. No, that's that would be what's the word I'm looking for?
Thanks for coming, CJ.
Appropriate.
Good to meet you.
Good seeing you, sir.
See you on Tuesday.
That would be wrong. And I got a quarter here somewhere.
All right, now they're out. Lists are now out.
Lists are posted. We are listening to our adoring fans.
I will say, I've tried to post a list like 3 times, and every time I let my phone just stop posting the lists.
Yeah, Discord is really bad about posting attachments from phones. It's probably my only beef with it. Because not that measuring against Skype is going to, everything beat Skype for voice quality, but Discord is leaps and bounds better. It's amazing.
Yeah, do we have do you have the lists around?
They're on the stream.
No, literally all the lists.
Yeah,
all the
lists.
There were 39 of us today, right, Jamie?
I'm gonna flip through and be like, any cool admirals? Who do we see?
We had at least one Vader today. We had at least one
because
Mahdi.
the benefit of us talking about this crap is it fills the void. So let's see.
We got a Radis.
That's Michael's list.
Okay.
That's that's on the table right now. That's Michael's list.
Is it the same?
No, it's different Michaels.
Okay.
That's
Nick's. Yeah, Nick's running Thrawn. Matt was running Akbar.
Yep.
Mahdi.
Couldn't find a double ISD list I liked.
Crap, I made Dean. Solid.
Yep. Double MC75 and a 30, I believe.
Yep. But no Lando Nishan.
Okay, I understand that. Wait, no, even Eric's Worlds list has land munition in it, and it's the other one that's the used car lot MC30.
Yeah.
Because Riken's on land munition.
If you're very careful to use car lot, you can actually get work done. Sloan, Akbar,
but he's also got 7
Screed,
activations, at least 1 slicer.
Vader,
and he's been playing Imperial MSU forever, and now he can use weapons at long range. He must be ecstatic.
Akbar, Thrawn, Vader, Dodonna, Thrawn, so many
Thrawn. Screed, Commander
Screeds.
Dave, your list made another appearance here today. It kept hitting squadronless lists, much to its chagrin.
Radis, Mahdi, Jerjerrod, Akbar, Jerjerrod, Sloan,
Sato, Sato.
The Sato, yes.
Yeah, the Sato.
Jerjerrod, Screed, and Thrawn.
Yep.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We're not going over the lists because I don't have it in me to discuss 36 lists and here's how they did. Blah 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 blah. This is dumb.
Glad you made it out.
Yes.
Yep. Drive safe.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
Yep.
Now I gotta make the 2-hour trip back.
What are you driving back to?
Anderson.
Yes. So.
You in the base there, or?
I mean.
What's that? Isn't that an Air Force base? No, that's the lead. Well, no. I think the wrong.
Yeah.
Answer.
So.
And you're in the Facebook group, so you'll see all the tournaments that are coming up if you got the time. Yep.
So, how many, wait a minute, give me that list back, I'm sorry, give me the crap, because I'm going to do the simple thing of Rebel 2.
That list, though, but I'll probably shoot it to you, because I think I'm going to...
Alright. We're going to play the counting game, where I give Matt Ansley a number, and he's going to say, or Jamie,
you can put a decap Raider.
And HIEs. And HIEs.
You want to count Rebel, and Matt, you count Imperial, just for a breakdown?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so Rebel, Imp, 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 Rebel, Imp,
Thanks for coaching.
Imp, Rebel, Imp.
I got
14.
24.
14. So we're missing a list somewhere.
I mean, yeah, but still. So 24 to 14 imps to rebels. It's a solid breakdown. So many Akbars there.
Yep, and the Akbars fought their way to the top because like I got 5th. That was an Akbar list. You can see the Akbar list currently playing on the screen. Jack was Imperial. He was 6th. Obviously, we've got the Imperials.
Vader, Thrawn. Vader,
It was Jared Gerard that was 3rd. No, Jared Gerard was 4th. 3rd was who was 3rd? No, Carson, Jason, you got 3rd.
Thrawn.
Jared Gerard was 3rd.
JJ.
And then Carson pulled 4th, which was Sloan. So Sloan, as Jamie was making the comment to the player, always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
For the crown.
Can't say I'm sad about that fact. As someone who used to fly a lot of Sloan, I'm not sad about that.
Marty, Sloan.
Thank you very much for coming.
Screed, Thrawn, Vader. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 representative imps out of how many commanders do you have that are like
that are playable? I think 6.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, well, Oz's playable. You just gotta be very cautious with it.
I know one person in this world who I would trust to take an Ozza list to a major tournament, and he's going to be judging.
He's going to be judging the Chicago regional.
Yes, he is. Unless Nate can talk him out of it so he can get some free dice.
I mean, you get it for judging. I'm sure Nathan Code is very concerned about his free dice. That's definitely a thing he needs. Yeah. We can play the commander breakdown. I've seen Ozil do well, mainly because Eric is beating the crap out of me. We're on a straight. Wink.
All of you Chicago guys are very Raider gun shy.
Beat the Willikers out of me. Constantine, he's certainly a commander.
He exists.
I'm 0-2 against Constantine in 2018. Please rebuild your lists. Constantine was my bugbear in 2018. That was my 2 losses. I couldn't beat a Constantine list to save my life.
To be fair, you only had a couple of chances.
That's fair. And one was a casual game, and I was also helping my opponent learn. I mean, Jared Gerard's there, Marty's there, Sloan's there. Tag, I think,
Frisbees work together and take down Mauler Mythville. We have our first blood of the game.
Kill. Yes.
Good riddance, Mauler.
40K, first blood?
Yeah, apparently. I mean,
what else are you gonna call it? First explosion?
Okay. So I've seen Ozil do well. Constantine's dead. Tag maybe with the SST, but you have to make the point of why am I not using Jared Gerard for 2
or Thrawn, or Piet, or
Piet. Yes.
Like,
we
got a list here.
Yes. There's definitely a lot more imp builds. The problem with the Imperial Navy is every list starts with
an ISD and maybe demo.
You don't necessarily need demo,
but you have to start.
You need a good reason why you're not running demo, and I don't imp. I can comment on them with all the skill that you've heard me commenting in this commentary. It's doing great. As for the rebels, there were Dodonna 1, 2, 3, 4. There were 6 representative rebels here. There were no Recons.
We have a very
That's because we have
taste.
Meta. Well, yeah, and we only have one.
We Yaris too.
I mean, the only player that really ran Recon here, CJ used to run him for a while, but it was Recon ramming.
Yeah, it was a Riken MSU list, is basically what it was.
And then Matt Blasdale, who won the last 2 regionals here with his
ace holes.
He called it the Magnificent 7.
Yep.
He had a slightly different fighter build.
My personal most hated version of the ace holes because it was the version that beat me the most. Because I played it the most. But I believe his exact phraseology describing the various nerfs was FFG shot it in the head, shot it in the heart, bolted the coffin closed, dropped it in the bottom of a bay, and then nuked it from orbit.
I really don't think it did, considering
how many of these stupid things keep popping up with Peltas instead of Gallant Haven. Yeah, tell me about it.
All the nerf.
No, I'm not salty from Orlando. No, sir.
All the nerf really did was kill the Gallant Haven, which is very sad because it's a solid title. I don't know if 8 points is right, but that's a 2.0.
Maybe it was originally, but not now.
Yeah, that's a 2.0 discussion.
No, the problem with like a 5 or 6 point title.
The problem with the Assault Frigate is I'm paying for Neb dice, but overpaying for the fact that I still can't re-roll those Neb dice because like double arcing trip reds is cool if you have like spinals or something dumb, but you don't.
You only get 1 reroll with Fake and Shaman.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is why your Giga Drill is just like, screw it, slaved, Akbar. Yeah. Here's 6 reds, Intel Officer, home 1.
Don't forget the Confire for 7 reds, because I'm the devil.
Yeah, everything then. Thanks so much for coming.
Glad to see you again.
Yes, thanks. Yeah, no, it's... I like the assault frigate occasionally. The problem with assault frigate is it's so easily killed by Demolisher, and I spent so much of Wave 1 and 2 getting my assault frigate killed by Demolisher that I had to put it away for a long while.
The assault frigate, the problem, air quotes, problem with Armada right now, the assault frigate and the VSD have the same problem. They're heavy cruisers. The only other ship in their durability and points bracket is the Interdictor, and it's only really in their points bracket because durability, especially against a close range list, like a lot of Imperial lists right now are Kuat demo, insert assorted extras here, and the Interdictor is just like, I have scramblers. Go away. Nobody likes you. So it's as tanky as an ISD or better depending on how it's played. And then, but we are in a meta that favors battleships. Like you can see the heavy metal on this table. The heavy metal last game there were 3 larges on the table out of 5 shooters.
In fact, the only round that really hasn't been a heavy large ship was when you were on the top table.
Yeah. Well, then CJ still had 2 heavies.
A player without.
A player without. Yeah.
I mean,
but the heavy cruisers they can't stand up to the larges, and I don't know how you do that without releasing an upgrade that makes either the Interdictor or the larges that then steal it for themselves just go completely balls to the wall. You're not going to bring me down. My Doom Pickle only got attacked in that last game. And that was only because it was the only thing Michael could shoot at.
I mean, the thing I'll point out about Nick on the right there, too, we were practicing for Worlds last year, and the reason I never actually brought Leia to Worlds was because Nick was running double Simoons. He got 3rd day 1A, if memory serves.
Yup, coming back from a 2-9.
Yeah.
That's your lesson, kids. Never drop. You can always do it.
Yeah. The double Simoons, there was a day we were hanging out. I played 4 games against him. One of the games I ran Leia off the table trying to skirt the edge with engine tags. Spoiler, still not a role model, kids. But Simoons, the problem I was running to,
Simoons reach out and just say, you're a hammerhead, you're dead.
No, you are a hammerhead, you're dead if you're dumb enough to be in range.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say dumb enough. I mean, Michael got run into and he rolled enough reds just with an ISD
Oh, yes. No, that was...
And Michael lost...
No, it was a Simon. It was a Simon.
It was
a Simon that shot his Radis up.
So he killed the Radis before he even had a chance to drop his ship.
Yeah, Radis was on a hammerhead, long-range shot.
No, it was a 9-2, wasn't it?
It was a 9-2.
But the Radis ship never got on the table.
Because he was planning a drop on 3.
Yeah.
Or no, he's planning a drop on 2.
Yeah.
Hammerhead came up on turn 1 to get in position, and then Simon's just like, you have entered my weapons range. Thwack.
I've done that once or twice. I've played Radis. He doesn't interest me, I guess is the best way to say it. I've played Radis where I'll run a Radis up into a ISD's face because they're not going to confire on turn 1. And they didn't, and I dropped a ship in there. I ended up losing Radis in that game, but I was testing
Once
something.
the ship's dropped, and if it's a small ship, the pain is not as bad.
Yes.
When I run my Radis, I'm going to large ship, so
Yes.
I'm relying on a lot more damage dealing.
Your large Radis into Radis is a lot more interesting. The problem I have with Radis is the fact that if Radis is on the CR90 or Hammerhead, it usually is, so that's 26 plus the, let's say 36 or 44, it's 80-ish points. Radis is basically playing Imperial 2-ship, Rebel 2-ship, I guess. Just, he drops his ship in, he blows something up and leaves. And it sucks when you lose Radis, but as long as he drops, you don't really care. So it's like, okay, I lost 80 points, but,
I blew up a 150-point ISD.
Yeah.
That's still a 7-4. I still win. Bye.
Yeah. So that's my main issue, I guess you could say, with Radis. He doesn't interest me. I've nothing against people who play these commanders that I dislike. I don't care for Kraken.
I fly double Simoon, but I didn't bring it here today because having flown double Simoon several times, I'm fully aware. I have matchups I dominate where there was a tournament this past December, so 2 months ago now. These Simoons killed everything on the board because I ran up against a Mothma list and H9 QTC. All right, you brought 30 points of dead weight. Have some dice. Then you run into a large with ECM, and it's just like, well, I'm a wet noodle. Thwack.
The problem I guess I have, I'm the idiot running Leia. Like, you will never see Leia. Let me be nice. You probably won't see Leia being run at high tables by anyone with a brain. And I'll include myself in there. We had Maydeen and Sato showings today, but they were one-offs. I believe it was Drass who phrased it. The 4 Rebel Admirals are Redfish, Bluefish, Critwish, Deathwish. Red and blue being obvious Akbar and Radis, Critwish being Tadana, and Deathwish being Riken. And if you're not running one of those Admirals, you really have to be asking yourself, why? Like, Maydeen I feel got replaced by Radis.
Yep, because with a Liberty,
For 4
like...
points less, why wouldn't I?
And frankly, that's my preferred Radis drop. Jamie and I disagree on this point. But it's...
Oh, you're running the 75 with Cham?
Yeah, he double 75s.
Double
yep.
75s with Profundity and then Cham drop on a hammerhead.
Yes.
Shudders. But...
When you drop on an SSD, it's going to be fun.
Oh, it's going to be delightful. Oh, the problem
Liaisons.
is I expect to see support officers and liaisons, yeah. Liaisons are nice on those things.
Yeah, I will never take a super and not leave home without some sort of command dial control. But
Sure,
for Radis, like... The Liberty is classically a very hard to maneuver ship. Before Radis came along, you saw him with a Maydeen.
Oh, I played Maydeen a lot.
I played Maydeen a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it was always
occasionally, and you'd occasionally see a Dodonna one. Occasionally.
Arisius on
his was the Donna.
Yeah, his was Donna, but that was also pre-relay nerf, or pre-flotilla relay nerf, which I think he did like 4 or 5 flotillas or something
5
like
or
that.
6,
yeah,
yeah.
something like that, some squads, and it was.
But the extra agility you get from Maydeen, you don't need when you're just like, I am already off your beam. You can't run away from me. I have engine techs. I'm going to sit here. My maneuverability is not great, but it's good enough now.
I have to admit, engine tanks always just ran my MC-80s into trouble. I ended up, like, I can do it on an MC-80 Helm 1, but an MC-80L, as soon as you put on engine tanks, there's something that happens, like, I can go speed 4.
Yeah.
I went speed 4. I ran into his guns.
Yeah, that was
I ran into demo.
That was my problem with Maydeen was I always kept running him really fast and running stuff far into where it shouldn't have.
I mean, the big trouble to be honest with Maydeen is you've got that cost that you got to pay.
Yeah, Maydeen probably should have been 20. I can say this without like knowing the development process of all that and not looking into anything.
At least 25.
At most 25.
I was looking at at least drop him to 25. Keep going if you wish.
I mean, you look at someone like JJ, where the cost is you take damage, and he's 24?
23,
I believe.
23. And you're trading damage for your command dial. And
I remember the days when they both premiered and it was, JJ's just a worse Maydeen, why would you ever take him? Oh, delightful. Also, Riken wasn't good, guys. Riken was bad. He's only good if you lose.
I haven't. Riken just doesn't appeal to me at all. I look at him, it's like, he's only good if I lose a ship. No, I understand the benefit.
Yes.
But I still see but something has to die for me to use him. I don't want something to die.
Yeah, I understand that.
Why should I spend 30 points? Like,
On
combat is democratic. Like, the other guy gets a vote. But I don't see any point in me just assuming that my ideal game, the other guy's vote doesn't matter. My plan goes according to plan. His plan does not go according to plan. Or my plan overwhelms his plan. Like, John's plan in my game. Take intel sweep, run away. Half of his plan worked. And
I wasn't trying for a runaway. I was trying to close off the where your ship was going to go, and I didn't. I deployed my hammerheads too close, and I should have deployed further out. That was on my derpiness.
And then my strategy was, he's got multiple VCXs. I'm not going to win intel sweep. Bring the hammerheads to battle, because I'm either going to kill them, I'm either going to table him, or I'm going to lose, because those things are, what, 39 points apiece, because you all you have on them is X-Racks?
Yeah, 39.
And there was no way I'm flacking a bunch of Y-Wings down.
It was very interesting, and that's the benefit, too, of the hammerhead near naked with just X-Racks and Leia. It's 39 points, and when I'm dropping the X-Racks, I usually have a very good idea of when the turn's happening. So, I mean, just here's red, blue, black, and then black, black with the X-Racks, and here's a black and another re-roll. Probably black. If I've rolled really well, which I generally was not rolling super hot today, but Blaming Dice is the coward's way out, I feel.
At least you admit that.
Yeah, so I'm not going to. Like, I fully admit,
I like the summon.
like, blaming dice. It's like, oh, the dice got me, man. The dice got me. It's like,
bulkheads is
no, that's your own,
up to
like,
you.
you're allowed
You're the
maybe
one that
one of
understands
those a
where you're
month.
putting that
Like,
shit.
there's some games where the dice just got you.
That was my game of Rebellion against Philip on Friday.
Oh, the board game rebellion? Nice. I love that game.
Yeah, it's like, oh look, I'm sending 2 MC30s against the Star Destroyer. Oh dear, like after 3 rounds of combat, I have no